The following video may contain sensitive topics and be triggering. The material can also be gruesome, so we suggest you silence your phones and take it seriously.
The Dark Web. The Dark Web is dangerous and should be publicized and worked on being deleted completely. How many of you know what the Dark Web is? 1? 2? All of you? In the Dark Web, people are anonymous and can commit crimes off the grid. Crime is moving from a physical world to an online one. There's a variety of things ranging from A through Z, and most of which is illegal to possess or sell. In this video, we will uncover and spread light on many illegal, dangerous actions that occur in the Dark Web, and why we should focus on making it disappear.
For those of you who don't know, the Dark Web contains videos of people getting murdered, stalked, raped, and tortured, pedophilia, passports and fake IDs, the selling and buying of drugs, hiring hitmen, fetish sites, red rooms, photos of dead babies, recordings and letters of last words, animal abuse, human experiments, hardcore and snuff, and human products, organs, and cannibalism.
The Dark Web is unlike anything we know. If you think that Google and Bing let you explore the entire web, then you're in for a treat. Browsers like these are barely 5% of what's on the web. That's right, we only access 5% of the web. The other 95% is hidden. Take, for example, a cake. The top of it hardly has enough. This is the public web. Below, in the middle, is a deep web. This consists of private information such as police records, medical records, passwords, government information, and so on. Below that layer of cake is a dark web. As you can already tell, the web is very dangerous in hands of wicked people. This leads to crimes being committed off the charts. Some might be as innocent as going into chat rooms, or being as creepy as hiring a hitman. Here's a few words from a user of the dark web named Lilith.
Mr. Market, I see it as a very positive thing. You won't see me searching for child pornography because it doesn't interest me. But killers to hire? Maybe.
Lilith is a woman that's old enough to be a grandmother, someone you might find as sweet as an apple. Although she might find the web to be a wonderful site, its easy accessibility isn't something that's so fascinating. This just verifies that the dark web is so easy to access and so anonymous that even your neighbor could be a user.
Some people wonder how exactly you pay for strange and horrible items that are on the dark web. They use cryptocurrency. This is a favored method of payment because it allows for hackers to be untraced when they accept money from the buyer. Bitcoin is the most popular out of all the other cryptocurrency. When Bitcoin was first announced, many people thought that this was going to be the next big thing for untraceable digital cash. For years, Bitcoin dominated the market and helped many people buy and sell things on the dark web. Although Bitcoin was a big hit for a few years, it soon came to an end when other companies like Litecoin, Dogecoin, and Monero came out with similar products. While Bitcoin isn't as popular nor as they have been, dark web users still prefer Bitcoin over the other means of payment because it's fast, easy, and most importantly, untraceable. Where do I get my product? How do I get my product? When do I get my product? These are all questions people ask. Unlike regular shipping methods, dark web sellers can't just ship things through UPS and FedEx. They need to do what's called a dead drop. This is basically a meetup location. So what they do is that once a buyer buys a product like drugs or illegal imported foods, they then set up a dead drop, and the buyer basically just says, go here and it'll be there. This ensures that nobody gets caught by the police. What is the government doing to stop the dark web? The Department of Justice wants to stop all drug trades on the dark web, but doing such a big task isn't easy. The dark web can be leaked to another site called Alpha Bay, which was taken down by the FBI. Alpha Bay was considered the biggest online drug marketplace in the world by the FBI. The government may be trying to stop drug trade in the dark web, but they aren't doing anything to stop the other products being sold in the dark web, like child spirits, weapons, and illegal imported foods. Still don't believe the dark web is capable of destroying lives? The dark web can go from just buying illegal substances to someone selling a video about someone being tracked from a crime. This is exactly what a man encountered when he was trying to take down the website. This man works for a company that is devoted to take down bad websites on the dark web. He recalls scrolling through a website and watching a video titled Tiffany Gets Booed. He then clicks on the video and a man shows up wearing all black and appears to be stalking a young woman. When the video cuts off and comes back, the man had tied up the girl to his truck. When the truck roared, the video cuts off, but he knows that the man dragged her with his car. This is important because this needs to be known by the government so that creeps don't have a platform to upload these dark videos.
This is one of the stories from former web user Ben Scully. He was a grown Australian man who lived in the Philippines. He is known because of Daisy's destruction. Scully had a 17-year-old girlfriend, which he had to get him 3 little girls, an 18-month-old, a 9-year-old, and a 12-year-old. He and his girlfriend would sexually abuse and torture these little girls and upload these videos to Red Rooms, where pedophiles would enjoy their own personal treat in exchange for that bread. The 18-month-old would get abused by Scully's girlfriend the most. She survived, but unfortunately she was left disfigured and scarred for the rest of her life. Scully would have the other 2 little girls, who happened to be cousins, touch each other in inappropriate ways. He would also torture them and rape them. One day, his girlfriend released the 2 youngest girls and they told of everything they had gone through. The police was able to locate Scully and they took him in. Unfortunately, the oldest girl, despite going through all of this, was also murdered and her bone remains were found in his home. Due to these horrible stories and the things we had previously mentioned is why we should shut down the Tor browser completely. Sure, some people may use it as chat rooms, but the dark web is full of unspeakable horrors we do not wish to see for our own eyes.
As dangerous as this bottom layer of cake may be, people use it regardless. In the West, some people think the dark web is evil, where in other parts of the world, they think it's the only place where they can exchange information in a safe, private manner. For instance, here's a few words from Sherry Franco. I met with an LGBT activist in Africa, and when I tell them that in the US we call it the dark web, they laugh because they consider it to be one of their only safe havens. This is where we're safe. This is where we talk. This makes it complicated to distinguish if the dark web is perhaps a good thing after all. Or does it? Freedom to keep privacy is said to be a fundamental part of society, isn't it? This may be true, but keeping privacy and that feeling of security can be achieved in another safer manner. So although the darknet may give some the platform to discuss and be themselves, and to keep privacy, the dark web is an untraceable platform that is used more for treachery than good. So, does the good outweigh the bad? We'll let you decide. But is a platform that really allows crimes to be committed something we should let slide, or should we find ways to reinforce its end?